Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about Shopify. Is Shopify stock a buy? When I look out at this Shopify company, as I was doing my research, I began to see that this is absolutely the biggest threat out there to Amazon. And I also noticed that this is a company that has a chance to be a market cap someday in the hundreds of billions. And right now it is around a $9 or $10 billion market cap, guys. So I got really excited looking at this one. Now, will I be buying it? That's what we're going to have to find out. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Hit a thumbs up if you do, and let's get straight into this. So Shopify, the e-commerce platform made for you. This is the front page of their website. Whether you sell online, on social media, in-store or out of store, or out of the trunk of your car, Shopify has you covered. Shopify now powers over 500,000 businesses in 175 countries. This company is actually out of Canada, which I had no clue about here. Shopify, the leading multi-channel commerce platform, today announced that it now powers more than 500,000 businesses in 175 countries around the world. Since 2012, the number of merchants on Shopify platform has grown annually at an average rate of 74%. And these merchants have achieved over $40 billion in sales. Big numbers here, guys. From Bangladesh to Brooklyn, Shopify's growing community of entrepreneurs include makers, creators, and innovators, from students trying to pay for their school to merchants who have scaled from the first sale to a seven-figure business. Shopify has always strived to take the path that leads to more entrepreneurs by designing its platform to remove the technical, operational, and financial barriers to enable anyone, anywhere to build, grow, and scale a business. So a lot of excitement here. Merchant success. 131 million people have bought from a Shopify store in the last 12 months. That's a big number there, guys. Shopify merchants have generated have generated sales of over $100,000 per minute during Black Friday and Cyber Monday of last year, guys. So Shopify. If you don't really understand what it is by now, it's basically a platform that you can, kind of make a website, and it's a sales channel for your business. So you create a business. Let's say I, want to sell New England Patriot mugs. That's my business. I'm going to sell New England Patriot mugs. So somehow I either manufacture myself, or I, get a manufacturer from another country or whatnot. I'm like, you got to make these NFL, Patriot mugs, and obviously I'd have to get the license deal from the NFL or whatever and give them their kickback. But let's say I do all that, right? So I want to sell these New England Patriot mugs. What I could do is then set up a Shopify store, which basically has all my different kinds of New England Patriot mugs all on this little Shopify store. And then I can drive traffic directly to that Shopify store, basically from going on Facebook, right? And setting up Facebook ads that target people that have liked the New England Patriots, right? I could do that. I could also do ads here on YouTube. I could basically, anybody that lives in the Boston metropolitan area, I could have ads pop up on their YouTube. When they're watching YouTube, I could have ads pop up that say, hey, buy my New England Patriots mug. This is what the mug looks like, and all this kind of stuff. Do a little commercial for it. And those, when they click on those links, they would go directly to my Shopify store, where they could then see the New England Patriots mugs and buy them or not buy them. But if they clicked on it, they're probably buying them at the end of the day, guys. So there's a ton of different ways reasons you would want to have a Shopify store. But a lot of it's if you want to go the more direct route than rather through an Amazon or eBay or something like that, guys, where the disadvantage to something like selling on an Amazon, right? The disadvantage to selling on Amazon versus maybe having a Shopify store is if you're driving traffic to Amazon, they click on that page for that New England Patriots mug, and then guess what's going to show up all on the sidebars and underneath and everything? A bunch of other people selling New England Patriots mugs. It's going to say things like, people have also viewed this New England Patriots mug, so you might want to buy this one, or people who ultimately clicked on this page ultimately bought, this such a mug, or, and it would show other prices for other mugs. And so all of a sudden somebody that clicked on your page, they might end up not even buying your mug. So you did an ad on a YouTube, a Facebook, a Twitter, wherever you did your ad, you paid for that ad, you drove the traffic to Amazon, and then somebody else might have ended up getting your sale there, guys. So that's kind of the big advantage I see for something like selling on Shopify rather than selling on Amazon or something like that, guys. So, that's kind of the advantage there. And when I look out, I definitely see this company being really the only potential company who is a major threat at Amazon. You know, the Targets, the Walmarts, I do not see them being major threats. I honestly don't. I just don't think they're adapting nearly fast enough to the game that's being played 3, 5, 7, 10 years from now. eBay, a little bit, but still not enough. But this company I'm looking at, I'm like, they got some things going. We'll see more and more as we go along here. So these are the latest quarterly results this company announced. Shopify announced its second quarter financial results. Revenue grew 75% year over year. Second quarter gross profit grows 83% year on year, guys. So let's read the quote here from the CEO. The fundamental shift in retail toward multi-channel and mobile, the ongoing adoption of Shopify by larger brands, and the continued focus on building out the market-leading platform for sellers all contributed to the strength of our results this past quarter, stated Ross Jones, Shopify CFO. As we have been able to predict and capitalize on these shifts and continue to innovate so entrepreneurs of all sizes can take advantage of them, we feel we are exceptionally well positioned for the next several years. Then let's go ahead and look at the numbers behind this quarter. So last year, the same quarter, they did about $43 million in subscription solutions. This year, they did over $71 million. Last year in merchant solutions, they did about $42 million, almost $43 million in merchant solutions. This year, they did over $80 million in merchant solutions. So net, the revenue there, they did $86 million in the same quarter last year. They did $151 million in this year's quarter, guys. Huge increase there, 75%. And then unfortunately, the loss did get bigger though. This same quarter last year, they lost about $8.4 million. This quarter, they lost over $14 million. So that is expected to change next year. But as of right now, all the revenues are going up massively, but the losses are getting a bit bigger, guys. So that's just something to take into account when looking at this particular year. Then we go ahead and we look at the balance sheet. You guys know I love the balance sheet here. So this company has this company has about almost $200 million in cash on the balance sheet, right? They have marketable securities, which basically means investments, of around $733 million. So they're a little under $1 billion in cash and investments versus virtually no debt, guys. This company has basically no debt on this balance sheet. That is an absolutely amazing balance sheet. Absolutely amazing balance sheet. Now, I want to get back to the business. We see that, the balance sheet's phenomenal. They're growing revenues at an extremely rapid rate. The profits, unfortunately, are non-existent at the moment. Their losses are actually getting a little bigger, even though their revenue is getting more massive. But we've seen this with a lot of super high growth companies. Sometimes they're hiring employees, they're building out infrastructures, they're doing a lot of different things that it ends up being a bigger loss just because they're growing so much. But I want to view the business so you guys really understand the business a little bit better. So I've been noticing a lot of change in the cosmetics industry. So here we have a picture of Kylie Jenner. She has this company called Kylie Cosmetics, and this operates through a Shopify store. So she operates this through a Shopify store, right? And Michelle Phan also has a business. I don't know if hers is specifically through Shopify, but it's some type of business. And I've noticed these social media stars will drive business to cosmetics that they sell their own companies, and they drive traffic through their social media channels, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, anything. They drive direct traffic. So they cut out the middleman of the retailer. They cut out the Amazon. They cut out, the Walmart, the Target. So I see a lot of females that buy makeup now, especially the younger demographic that might have used to go to a Walgreens, used to go to a Walmart, a Target, an Amazon, or whatever to buy makeup, are now directly buying through these Shopify stores or some other. And once again, I don't know if Michelle Phan's stores through Shopify or not, but you get the gist of it. They're buying direct. Somebody that, says, hey, there's their Snapchat following of 1 million people or whatever. Hey, go buy my new lip gloss here or whatever. And people can go directly on the link. They just swipe up and boom, they go directly to that link, guys. And it goes directly through that store. So I see that as being a huge competitive threat to everybody in retail at this point in time. We look at these numbers here, guys. Seconds after Kylie Jenner launched her first 3 lines of lipstick on November 30th, 2015, all 3 sold out online. Less than 2 years later, Kylie Cosmetics is a full-service, direct-to-consumer beauty brand with offerings that include its signature lip kits, lipsticks, and liners, plus eyeshadows, blushes and tools. The 19-year-old Jenner, famous for her own perfectly plump pout, wow, what a line there, perfectly plump pout, holy smokes, continues to draw upwards of 10 million people on her Snapchat makeup tutorials. I thought I had a lot of people following me on Snapchat. Holy smokes, 10 million, that's sick. And has led the brand to a reported $400 million in revenue since its launch, guys. $400 million. I knew she was doing big numbers. I didn't know they were that big since the start of things, guys. So when I look at this, this is not just a makeup. This is not just going to be a makeup thing where makeup's the only thing that's sold. I think a lot of these social media influencers are going to sell a lot of other different things and already are on these Shopify stores that go direct, and they get to cut out the middleman, and the fees a lot of times through Shopify are a lot lower than if they sold through Amazon and had them fulfill these packages and all those kinds of things, guys. So I look at this and I'm like, wow, this is some pretty big stuff here, guys. I see a lot more, industries getting completely overturned by things like this, guys. So let's look at the trailing PE on this company. Obviously, it has no trailing PE because they haven't made a profit yet. They are expected to make a slight profit this next year. That's why they have a 430 forward PE on this company. So, I love the balance sheet. I love the phenomenal growth. I love the focus of where the company's going. I think they're going in a direction that is going to make this company a much larger company over the next 5-10 years. What I don't like is the fact that they're not profitable this year. Maybe they can get to a profit next year, but if they do, they're still trading at a 400 PE. So this is one of those stocks, I hate these kind of stocks so much because I love them so much for the super long term. I love them so much for the super long term, but the value side of me looks at this and says, the company's not profitable. Maybe they can eke out a profit next year, and you're paying a ridiculous multiple on that. And then even if you look at things even the next year out after that, then what are they trading at? Still maybe a 200 or 300 PE or something like that. So I hate companies like this because I believe in them a lot for the long term. I put this in the category of not really Netflix, the Tesla. I put this in the category of the Tesla, the company I believe in the ton for the long term. I put this in the category of the Amazon. Some of those I put this in the same category as a Snapchat. Companies I believe in a lot for the long term, but either are not profitable right now, or if they are profitable in the future, it's going to be such a small profit compared to their market caps that it just makes me not be able to invest in it. But at the same time, it's one of those companies I'm just thinking of maybe throwing a few $1,000s in it and just not looking at it for the next 10 years because, there's certain companies that I believe in a lot for the long term. This is one of them, and I am very excited about this company in particular, guys. So let me know what you think about this company. Let me know in that comment section. Are you buying this one? Would you ever buy this one? Would you not buy this one because it's such a high PE? I would just love to hear what you guys have to say in that comment section. If you just came across this channel, you may want to subscribe. We talk personal finance in the channel. We talk entrepreneurship. I'm an actual business owner. I give away so many business tips. We talk stock market investing more than anything. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.